about World Heritage, and does it really matter? I'll just do this one now because there's loads to get through. Snelly, I've travelled all over Europe. I've travelled all over the United States, and none of the fabulous cities that I've visited was it my priority to check on their status as a heritage site. In fact, I could not name many of these so-called sites. I just went because they are great cities. Hong Kong is not the prettiest city in the world, but it gets millions of visitors every year. UNESCO is jobs for the boys, says Peter in Sefton Park. If you want to text 81333, start your text with the word Mersey. And it's not just UNESCO. We got the shop coming up again in about 50.
Well, I'm just going to talk about the UNESCO thing. Because at the end of the day, the UNESCO people, I presume, and I'm guessing, they've probably none of them been to Liverpool. I'm a soft southerner, as you all know, but I first visited here in 2005 and absolutely fell in love with the place. And at that time, Liverpool 1 was being built. And at the end of the day, it was the people that made it. It is a wonderful city. But the other thing that really annoys me, when the Second World War happened, sound like something out of Dad's army now, but when that happened, all the money for investment went to the south. Then after that, it was Birmingham and Manchester. We forgot about Liverpool. It doesn't really matter. And I personally, I couldn't believe there are still Bondies, as we all know, in Liverpool.
Bondies.
Well, I'm trying to become a local. I'm not going to get there.
That's a real old Scouse word, that, Grace. Bondies. I love that. That's a good one. So, well, let me just throw this in, because the vast majority of people who are getting in touch are saying, you know, forget, if you want to take it away, take it away. We don't care. We'll crack on, and you know, we've been through darker times. We'll get all of that stuff. But what if you could use the World Heritage Site? If we have this title, is that not good for when we're doing deals? To get funding, and you know, the people who do these deals and people in power, you know, the Steve Rotherhams of this world could go and say, actually, for our region, we are a World Heritage Site, you know, so, you know, isn't that going to be in our favour? It's best to have it than not, is what I'm trying to say.
It's best to have all these things than not. I totally agree with you on that. But at the end of the day, if they take it away, blow them. It's not going to change what Liverpool is, which is the most amazing city, full of the most amazing people and heritage. It's absolutely fantastic. Yes, please, if we could hang on to it, that would be lovely, because obviously an extra label. But the UNESCO title didn't make me come to Liverpool, and the majority of people that come, they're not coming for that. But yes, for the likes of Steve Rotherham, it certainly helps having that extra thing in his toolbox, and I think that is very, very important. But there needs to be a proper investigation as to why they're taking it away, because I do not believe they have ever visited the city, the majority of them.
Well, we've been having warnings for about 10 years saying, oh, you're building the arena. Oh, right, okay, well, that's not going to look good, and then you're going to build this, then you're going to build that, and actually, you know, we're just letting you know that if you keep doing this, we're going to take it off you, and it looks as though that could be the case.
Well, let them have a look at the Boys in the Black stuff DVD. Not the Roger Phillips bit, but the actual bit when he's walking the guy along the wheelchair with all that green sludge.
George's last ride with Michael Angelis. Yeah, that's it. And you can see how dilapidated the Albert Dock was. Sorry, the Royal Albert Dock was then.
The Royal Albert Dock, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, it's lovely to talk to you. Thank you very much for coming on, and thanks for mentioning the word Bondi that I've not heard since about 1972.
And I love the North. The Northerners are so friendly. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I want to send our own report to UNESCO for all the terms that our listeners have said to us today. Blow them, stick it to them, and then another guy said they've just got a weed on.
That was it, yeah. Somebody ran and said, oh, tell them to get lost was another one. Yeah. And they just got a weed on.
I think we should here's what the Liverpool people think. I'm sure it will change their minds. I love it.
Imagine going to China to the UNESCO meeting, like, with your bits of paper, and you stand there and say, good afternoon, everybody. I'm representative of the city of Liverpool. Some messages from the people of Liverpool. Get lost. Get stuffed. We don't care. And you've got a weed on. Thank you very much.
I love it.
Do you think that'd go down well? Got a weed on. Flipping, eh? Right, what time is it? 11:15.